I'm really doing my best to not deep dive too much on the Madden 23 beta that we've had access to over the last few weeks. But if nothing else changes from what we've played, I think Cover 2 is going to be one of the most popular metas. On the other side of the intro, we're going to explain why and what route combination you guys need to have in your offense on day one in Madden 23. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why I think the Madden 23 release is going to be very, very heavy, at least competitively, on Cover 2. Now, in Madden 22, Cover 2 is one of the worst defenses that you can call. In fact, I think deep halves are probably the worst zone in the game. In fact, I make a ton of modifications to my current defense that I think Madden 23 is going to play a little bit closer to what the defense I run in Madden 22 looks like due to changes to the deep halves. If you were to pair that on top of the fact that the pass rush has been geeked up in comparison to Madden 22, it's a good recipe for the Cover 2 to be a base defense. What's up, guys? Just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach 13,000 subscribers here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. It means a ton to me that you guys are still supporting in the late spring into the early summer, and we're going to be pushing forward towards Madden 23 before you know it. If you guys could do me a quick favor, make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're really wanting to help, make sure you guys drop a comment below. It helps push this video in the algorithm and helps this content get out to other Madden players just like you that are looking for Madden tips tutorials. Now back to the video. In fact, if you really take a look at Madden 22 as is, the most popular defensive metas typically are Cover 2 pressure, whether that's the 2-4-5 odd pinch 2 meta or the $3-2-6 or the big dime 2-3-6 DB strike 2. All of these types of blitz metas rely on pressure and then having immediate zone support out on the short sidelines and over the middle in the form of your hook curls, or your vertical hooks rather, and then your quad flats. And then you just keep two guys over the top to keep the lid on the defense, wash, rinse, repeat, make them matriculate their way down the field. When you have a good pass rush, you don't necessarily need to bring pressure. I think people are still going to bring pressure in Madden 23, and you're going to have to find ways to manipulate those cloud flats. So in today's video, we're going to kind of talk about the fact that I think because of the pass rush being better, you're going to see less zone dropping. Because of the outside thirds in the beta, at least playing a little bit smarter, you're going to see less zone drops and asking cloud flats to cover 30 yards downfield. You're going to see more default zone drops in Madden 23 than you saw in Madden 22. At least that's by my guesstimation. So with these stock cloud flats on the field, you're going to have to figure out ways to get players to move up the field. So what I want to do here is I want to kind of take you through how to find the way to attack these cloud flats within your passing concepts. So go to concepts, go to deep passes, and look for switch in your playbook. Some playbooks are going to have a lot more of this concept than the others. And I also want to preface this video by saying that not all switch combos work the exact way. And I also want to preface this with not every single switch combo in the game works the exact same way against quad flats. Some you'll notice are going to pull quad flats up the field. Some won't, but then the quad flat will match late in the play. So I'm going to try to show you a couple of different ways that these concepts work. They're both very, very valuable. So let's start off first and foremost with single back Y trips PA wide receiver in. I think this is a really, really nice play. A switch combo is one in which the slot receiver wheels up the sideline and the outside receiver releases shallow over the middle and then goes up the field over the middle, hence switching lanes, or a switch combo. And it's meant to create miscommunication like we're going to generate here with this. So for those of you that are like, this is glitching, not really. I mean, it's kind of the way teams play IRL to create miscommunications. Sometimes in Madden, it confuses defenses in ways that defenses wouldn't be confused IRL, but nonetheless, this is a good combo when you're dealing with that outside corner and you need to put him in conflict. So PA wide receiver in out of the single back Y trips. With this particular combo, I think it's nice that we can start off with the first one being this tight end on an out route. And what we're going to do is smart route that up. If you want to carry out the play fake on something like this, you can. You know, not every single switch combo is going to be a play action based play. So, you know, you could block the running back if you wanted to. Maybe go backside, go with a little curl flat combo. That's another cover 2 beater, you know, depending on how the outside corners play. It gives you a high-low on the boundary to the left. But to the field on the right, or the wide side of the field, we're going to be looking at this route to Godwin. It's really going to pull that cloud flat up the field, opening up the entire sideline for Gronk. So you're going to see right here that you can deliver that very, very easily underneath of that player. Now, The vertical hook did a pretty solid job to try to defend this, but the truth is he doesn't have responsibility to cover that exact area on the sideline. So if you're patient, you can kind of identify, oh man, I've taken that cloud flat. You can't even really see him. He's matching that post so well. You can take that cloud flat up the field, and then really you have an option. You could throw the wheel up the sideline, or you could throw this route wide open on the sideline as well, because this vert hook is not going to match it. So let's go ahead and run that again. This time I'm actually going to target the right bumper. So we'll run the same combo, just a little cover 2 beater backside. This time I'm going to really key in on the right bumper, and I'm going to throw this outside pass lead right up that sideline and rack it for an easy gain. So pretty easy to manipulate that cloud flat corner. I think that, pretty solid play right here in terms of PA wide receiver in. Let's go back into our play call menu, sorted once again by switch. Again, we're going to try to show you that they're not all the exact same in terms of how they react. Let's take, for instance, this one right here, single back ace slot, post wheel shallow. This is something that actually I would probably call traditionally in my offenses. I like under center ace based offenses. In this situation, let's put tight end on an out route, and we'll just kind of see how it behaves. So we snap this ball. I'm going to keep the pass rush off of me here. Snap the ball, and you're going to see here that that outside wheel converts the cloud flat into match. So while the previous example out of the wide trips with that particular wheel post combo didn't really force match, with this particular example, you'll notice that the cloud flat corner actually did not run up the field with the inside route. He did keep solid outside leverage, but because he already passed off what is considered one vertical route in the form of Godwin down the field, he kind of in the back of his mind knows, okay, so I've got deep half safety help. I've already given one guy to him. So if anybody else comes at me and attacks me vertically, I've got to then take them man to man, which is going to make him run up the field. And that leaves the deep sideline area of the field open. So for those of you out there that are like, hey, you're glitching, I just explained why this works. So now we're back and we're just going to continue to kind of look through some of these switch combos. You see right here, we've got an example of tight Y off, weak post wheel drag, kind of a similar concept, but this time we don't have a third option that is on the same side as the switch combo. Right here, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put the tight end on a post route and just see if we can maybe force an issue. And what you're going to notice is, in general, I think that the issue with this is that we have really too compressed a look. It actually does behave in a similar fashion. So if you actually send a tight end over the middle, crossing to the sideline, again, that stock cloud flat is just going to really, really struggle with that combo. If you wanted to, you could probably block the tight end and the running back for max protect purposes and run the play just like this. In fact, I probably would still go with a regular post because you'd like to be able to have that route get open maybe a little bit further downfield. But again, here you kind of see, I'm going to try to get out to the right, how that post gets open against cover 2. So, if you're facing somebody that runs DB fire, but then they take their soft spots and put them in the clouds, this is a really, really good example. Once again, you just have a switch combo. This slot wheel wheeling up the sideline takes that cloud flat out of the play so often when it comes to these, these types of route combos. So again, as we kind of play through this a little bit here, let's go back to, in this example, this is actually a perfect example of what you probably would not want to do. This is the bunch halfback strong. So traditionally when we talk about halfback strong, you're talking about, the rule of 4. The rule of 4 meaning you have 4 receiving options to one side of the quarterback. A lot of times when this occurs, zone coverages lose all of their matching rules. So in this situation, if I were to try to, do anything kind of glitchy, you're gonna have a number of different things in play here. First and foremost, so if I were to try to set this route combo up out of this, I think that because you're compressed and you have 4 guys on that side of the field, the cloud flat is not gonna be fooled into anything. And actually right there he was, he kind of was. So if you really want to, I guess you could do it out of this formation, just not something I highly recommend. Again, with this, you want a vertical route. So we don't have a post, you just use a streak to beat. Then you have the wheel. And then really what that does is that opens up your route to Gronkowski. If you don't want to wait on a deep out route, one thing I would actually recommend would be to maybe put a drag from the backside. This will give you a nice little shallow check down. The only problem is you're going to have to really clear that vert hook, and then you can turn it up the sideline like you see right here and scamper up the field for a bigger gain. So pretty easy in terms of how we're manipulating the cloud flats. The reason that you guys need to learn how to manipulate a cloud flat is that the days of basically this, where you just have the running back on a wheel and then you have a skinny post over the top, these days are basically numbered. So if I were to run this against cover 2 in Madden 22, this would actually be a fine little one-play touchdown, provided that Brady makes the throw. But that's not going to be a thing next year in the game. So when it comes to beating your cover 2 defenses, you're going to have to learn how to manipulate other zones on the field, which is what I basically make my living doing when I play the game. I'm more of a manipulate the zones that players don't know about type of guy, rather than I'm going to throw the same one-play touchdown over and over and over, and if you know how to stop it, you win type of player. So really try to tune your mindset towards that approach when you guys are playing next year in Madden 23. I know that this video is coming out the day after the beta closed, but it's kind of one of my primary thoughts coming out of the beta is I think it is going to be a cover 2 heavy game, especially with the pass rush. You guys are going to have to get creative, and this is a really, really easy way for you guys to move the ball against cover 2. So I hope you guys like this. Add this to your route library. Use it in Madden 22 so you can be prepared when Madden 23 drops and know exactly what you're looking at when zones respond. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.